Have you ever found yourself paralyzed when facing an important decision? Have you spent days, even weeks, trapped by the fear of, what if I fail? The answer is simple. First, ask whether the decision is reversible. If it is, decide right now, the moment you have about 70% of the information you want. Why does this work? This slide explains everything. Jeff Bezos classified decisions into two types: one-way doors and two-way doors. A one-way door is one you can't walk back through once you've passed it. These are the decisions that genuinely demand caution. But a two-way door is different. You can turn around and walk back through it anytime. Most decisions belong to the two-way door category. So what are we doing? We're treating two-way door decisions like one-way doors. This mistake creates the single biggest opportunity cost in decision-making: delay. This is a proven framework Bezos shared with the world in his 2015 shareholder letter. It's not a hypothesis. It's the system Amazon has used as a symbol of its culture of prioritizing decision-making speed. And this is achievable. Starting today, ask yourself just one question before every decision. Is this reversible? If it is, decide the moment you have 70% of the information. This will transform the way you make decisions. Today, let me show you the science behind it. So what exactly is a one-way door? It's a decision you cannot reverse once it's made. The outcome is permanent. There's no undoing it. Even if you realize later that it was wrong, course correcting is extraordinarily difficult. What are some examples? Selling a company, discontinuing a key product, large-scale layoffs, and major capital investments. At the personal level, depending on your circumstances, there are decisions that can be nearly one-way doors for you. What matters is estimating reversibility based on your own conditions. For decisions like these, Bezos says, don't rush. Gather data thoroughly. Evaluate multiple scenarios. Seek expert input. And take the time to think it through carefully. Why? Because failure in this kind of decision is irreversible. In front of a one-way door, caution is not a virtue, it's a requirement. One-way doors exist in your life too. When facing those decisions, choose accuracy over speed. Don't rush to an answer before the data is in. This is the iron rule of decisions you won't regret. Here's the core. What is a two-way door decision? It's a decision you can reverse anytime, even after you've made it. If it fails, you can fix it. You can try again. The option to retreat always remains open. What are some examples? Testing a new feature, implementing a new operational process, changing a marketing approach, restructuring meeting cadence. Any decision where you can try it and reverse if it doesn't work falls here. But there's one important exception. Be careful with how you use generative AI and how you handle data. Even if it looks like a try and reverse decision, the moment you input personal information, copyrighted material, or confidential data, it becomes irreversible. For decisions like these, put one-way door-level guardrails in place first. So how do you handle all other two-way door decisions? Decide when you have about 70% of the information you want. But before you move, define two things: your success criteria and your exit criteria. Define both up front, then run a small-scale experiment. Measure the results. If it's not working, correct course or exit without hesitation. Retreating is not failure. It's learning. The greatest strength of a two-way door is that you can start over. Bezos put it this way: for Type 2 decisions, move when you have about 70% of the information you want. Learn the rest as you go. Speed is your weapon. The number of attempts you make determines how fast you arrive at the right answer. While you wait for perfect information, your competitors are already moving. So how do you put this framework into practice? 2 stages. Stage 1. Identify the type of door. When you face a decision, ask yourself just one question. Is this decision reversible? That's it. This single question changes everything. But don't forget, estimate reversibility based on your own situation. The same decision can become a one-way door, depending on the conditions you're in. If it's irreversible, it's a one-way door. Be deliberate. Gather data. Think it through. If it's reversible, it's a two-way door. Move to the next step. Stage 2, respond based on the type. If you've determined it's a one-way door, gather data thoroughly. Seek expert input. Map out multiple scenarios. Think it through fully before committing to an answer. If you've determined it's a two-way door, start by defining your success criteria and your exit criteria. Then, when you have about 70% of the information you want, decide. Launch the experiment immediately. Measure the results. If it's not working, correct course or exit without hesitation. This is the framework Amazon has used to transform its decision-making culture and a system that Microsoft and many other organizations have adopted. You can start using this two-stage process today. It's not complicated. All it takes is making "is this reversible" a habit. But why do we treat two-way door decisions like one-way doors in the first place? The answer lies in the structure of the human brain. Nobel Prize-winning economists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky proposed prospect theory in 1979, and it explains exactly why. Humans tend to feel losses more intensely than the pleasure of gaining the equivalent amount. While the coefficient varies across studies, it is frequently reported at approximately twice the magnitude. This is known as loss aversion bias. What does this mental pattern do to us? It makes us overestimate the fear of, what if I fail? It creates the illusion that this decision can't be undone. As a result, nearly every decision looks like a high-stakes one-way door. But as many management analyses point out, leaders are spending excessive time on two-way door decisions, decisions that should be saving them time. In real business environments, the vast majority of everyday decisions are actually two-way doors that can be corrected. And yet, we're treating most of them with excessive caution. There's a question that breaks you out of this trap. In the worst case, is this truly irreversible? Ask yourself this before every decision. If it can be undone, move now. Fear is an illusion created by bias. Your judgment is more accurate than you think. Why 70%? Why not 80%? Why not 90%? Why specifically 70%? Economics has a principle called the law of diminishing returns. Information gathering works the same way. The first information you collect significantly improves the accuracy of your judgment. But beyond a certain point, additional gains in accuracy diminish rapidly. The time and energy you spend gathering that final 30% of information produces almost no return. But waiting carries a massive cost. Opportunity loss, loss of competitive advantage, declining team morale. These accumulate quietly, but relentlessly. Bezos wrote, "Move when you have about 70% of the information you want. Learn the rest as you go." This is his management philosophy and the operational rule Amazon has practiced consistently. And today, there's a powerful tailwind: AI. With generative AI, the speed at which you reach that 70% of information is now several times faster than before. Information synthesis, scenario analysis, data gathering. Use AI to accelerate your decision cycle even further. Here are 3 ways to put this into practice. First, the moment you feel you have about 70% of the information you want, decide. Second, learn the remaining 30% as you execute. Third, review your results weekly, and when needed, correct course or exit without hesitation. Don't wait for perfect. Move at 70% and close the gap to perfect as you go. Your initial judgment is pointing in the right direction far more often than you realize. Now let's pull the key points together. The two-way door framework, your decision-making revolution, organized. First, make "is this reversible" a habit before every single decision. This one question instantly sorts any decision into a one-way or two-way door. Once you've classified it, the right response follows automatically. But don't forget, estimate reversibility based on your own circumstances. This is the starting point of the entire framework. Second, once you've classified a decision as a two-way door, define your success criteria and exit criteria first, Then decide at 70% of the information you want and launch the experiment. Don't wait for perfect information. As the law of diminishing returns shows, the time spent gathering that last 30% can be recaptured by learning as you go. It's a two-way door. If you're wrong, you can reverse course. Third, run a weekly review of your results and execute corrections or exits without hesitation. Retreating is not failure. The greatest strength of a two-way door is that you can start over. The speed at which you run this cycle becomes your competitive edge. And now, ask yourself this. What decision have you been putting off this week? Is it truly a one-way door, or is it actually a two-way door? Share your strategy in the comments. Your action plan, your questions, your insights. Every single one becomes wisdom for this community. Thanks for investing your time in mastering this today. Decision-making isn't a talent, it's a system, and systems can be changed. This channel breaks down the decision-making, productivity, and thinking frameworks used by the world's top practitioners, like Bezos, into tools you can use starting tomorrow. Subscribe, and let's build your decision-making system together. Turn on notifications, and your thinking and actions will upgrade, step by step, consistently. See you in the next one.